Hello everybody and welcome back to Manifest with Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, and podcast. All the links are down below, and my affirmations list and audio rampage email is down below. Today we're going to be talking about 3 different types of affirming. We're going to be talking about Askfirmations, Robotic affirming, and blanket affirmations. Before we start, I need to make a bunch of disclaimers because you guys always have the same questions about affirming. I already have a video on answering your limiting questions about affirmations in which I go into depth with all of these questions and answers. But just for the sake of this video, yes, all of these work if you believe they work. If you do not believe they're going to work, then they will not work. Why would something work that you don't believe will work? And why would something not work that you believe works? It works. It works. They all work. They all work. 2. No one technique or way of affirming is better than another, is more powerful than another. Don't ask me which one you should use. I'm not you. I don't know what your habits are like. I don't know what your mental conversations are like. I'm not you. I cannot decide better than you which one should be for you. Some people may use 2 of them. Some people may use none of them. Some people may use 1 of them. What difference does it make? Your focus should never be the technique itself. Your focus should never be trying to see 3D results through the technique. It's always about what the technique does for you. Does it get you to the wish fulfilled? Does it get you to be able to live in the end easier? If the answer is yes, then it works. Then that's the technique you should use. And you're allowed to play around. You're allowed to mix it up. You're allowed to not use any of these. This is just a video clarifying for people who have questions about it. Number 3, it does not matter if you say these in your head or out loud. One way is not more powerful than another. It doesn't make a difference. We talk in our head all day and we talk out loud all day. It doesn't make a difference. I think in your head is just less energy. It's less energy to say affirmations in your head than it is to say it out loud continuously. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Lastly, there is no set amount of times you should say an affirmation. There is no right or wrong amount of times to say an affirmation. There is no better or worse time in the day to say an affirmation. There is no specific time on the clock to say an affirmation. There is no specific length of time to say an affirmation. It doesn't matter if you say them for 10 hours or 10 minutes or 10 seconds. It literally does not matter. Don't ask me how long, when, what time. Do what feels good to you. You could start with whenever you think about the desire, you just affirm. Or you could start with just timing it. I'm going to affirm at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m. for 5 minutes every day. Do what you want to do. There is no right or wrong way. I literally cannot tell you what works for you. You have to find that on your own. That is your journey. Do what feels good to you. Use your intuition. The affirmations themselves do not manifest for you. Remember that. It is always you manifesting. Remember, your state manifests. So you living the end, you being in the wish fulfilled is what manifests. The techniques are just boosters to get you there. So do not view affirmations as this magic solution to all your problems. Do what feels good and don't lose sight of you're only doing this to make yourself feel better. If you're feeling worse when you affirm, something's wrong. Do it to feel good, not to your detriment. Anyways, now that that's all out of the way, let's start with Askfirmations. So scientifically, questions hijack the brain. When you ask a question, you're hijacking your brain. The moment you hear a question, your brain literally cannot think of anything else. Questions trigger a mental reflex known as instinctive elaboration. When a question is posed to you, like what time is it? It takes over the brain's thought process. And when your brain is thinking of an answer to a question, it can't contemplate anything else. So asking your affirmations, like saying your affirmations in the form of a question, rather than tell your brain a statement like something is, and have your brain flood with limiting beliefs, is what Askfirmations are good for. So what that would look like is, instead of saying, I'm rich, I'm perfect, I'm amazing, you would say, why am I so rich? Why is money so easy to come to? Why am I so perfect? Why do I always have the best opportunities? Why is life so good for me? What did I do to deserve such an amazing life? It's a loophole for your brain because you're still saying, all right, why am I so rich? You're saying you're rich. You're just asking why. So your brain focuses on finding the answer to, all right, she says she's rich. Why? So it's affirming that you're rich, but your brain isn't focused on the statement of you being rich. It's focused on the question. So your brain isn't coming up with all these limiting beliefs. You're able to get the affirmations in and have your brain automatically accept it. Your brain's saying, okay, I already have these things. How did I get them? Super easy, super simple. That is the point of Askfirmations. You affirm that you have your desires in the form of a question. So your brain gets hijacked, doesn't focus on limiting beliefs, it accepts you have it. Next is robotic affirming. This one is a doozy. This is essentially picking one. Some people do up to 3 affirmations and saying them over and over like a robot for however long you want, for a designated time. Doesn't really matter how long. You're just repeating the affirmations over and over. So if you wanted your dream job and your affirmation was, I have my dream job, robotic affirming would be, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I have my dream job. Just like that, over and over and over and over. If you're doing like 2 to 3 affirmations, it would be like, I have my dream job, I start work on Monday. I have my dream job, I start work on Monday. I have my dream job. You get it. So the point of robotic affirming isn't to believe your affirmations, which no matter which way you're affirming, you don't have to believe them at all. But robotic affirming focuses on repetition, focuses on saturation, focuses on subconscious reprogramming through constant repetition of the same phrase and statement. I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I have my dream job. Your brain literally cannot take in any other information because you are only repeating you have your dream job. It is supposed to move you to the state of believing, accepting that, yes, I have my dream job because I repeated it so much, I now believe it, it can now manifest. Because as we know, you don't have to believe them. The more you repeat something, the more you're going to believe it. Robotic affirming also kind of blocks any negative thoughts from coming up, because if I'm just like, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, like I won't even have time to process or to think about, oh no, this circumstance, this circumstance. Usually robotic affirmations are said with no emotion. You're just saying it like a record just to repeat, just to get it in your brain. You're not really focusing on them. You're not really sitting down and be like, all right, yes, I have my dream job. You're just like, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I have my dream job. You can also robotically affirm mindlessly, which means you're not really paying attention, which means you could be eating, taking a shower, you could be at work and just have the affirmations playing in the back of your head. Like if I'm at work, if I'm a cashier, right? All right, boom. Checking you out, but in my head I'm like, I have my dream job, I have my dream job, I'm doing my job, I have my dream job. You could do that like that. As long as the affirmations are in your head some way, being repeated, it doesn't matter. You could also do it through affirmation tapes if you want, or recording your own affirmations and just playing it. That works as well, because that's a common question. That is fine. There are no limitations to affirming or any technique. You can customize it exactly how you want. No limitations. But please, if you are robotically affirming, please be wary of robotic affirming. We are not making things happen in the 3D. And I often see so many people use robotic affirming for the wrong reasons, and then they run themselves down into like just mental stress, emotional stress. They're like, I've been repeating for 8 hours a day, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, and there's nothing, I'm still broke, da 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 da. Robotic affirming isn't meant to be tedious. It's not a job and it's not a chore. If you're saying to yourself, I'm going to robotically affirm this for 4 hours, and if after 4 hours, within the first 20 minutes, it doesn't come, I'm going to cry and say this doesn't work, you're not understanding manifesting as a whole. You're not understanding affirming as a whole, and you're doing it wrong. It is just for the sake of repetition. It is just for the sake of saturation. It is just for the sake of getting your mind to believe it. Robotic affirming, I don't personally use. It's not a personal favorite of mine. You guys know I like rampaging. I like different affirmations. I like switching it up. I like telling myself stories. I like to feel. I like emotion. And I don't need robotic affirming. I don't need to repeat all the time. But if you want to, again, go ahead. Just do it for the right reasons and understand why you're doing it. This is to help you understand why you're doing it. Lastly is blanket affirmations. Blanket affirmations are general affirmations. So instead of affirming for specific things like a specific person, money, health, a job, you're gonna say affirmations that cover your entire life. So these are phrases like, things are always working out for me. Everything always works out for me. I always get what I want. All areas of my life are perfect. I have manifested all my desires. All my desires are perfectly manifested. I'm living my dream life. Like things that just infer your life is perfect. You have everything you want. Everything is good. These are good for people who want to manifest multiple areas of their life at the same time, which is always good. You should always be manifesting all areas of your life, not just a specific person. All areas of your life. If you're lacking in one area, you're allowed to manifest multiple areas at the same time. So blanket affirmations are good for that. It's also good for people who are focusing on specific things, like a specific person, and they're just stressed out every time they go to affirm for a specific thing. So if somebody was manifesting a specific person and they were like, Mike and I are always in contact, and they just feel so much resistance, all these limiting beliefs, their self-concept sucks, they're not getting it, then they just go general. I have everything I want. My love life is amazing. My love life is perfect. I get everything I want. All my desires manifested easily. It takes the pressure off you having the specific area of your life perfect, and you just generalize it. It's another loophole for your brain. because you're still inferring to your brain that I have everything I want, which also includes this specific area, but you don't have to say that this specific area is good. And naturally, your brain will understand that. It'll be like, oh, like your whole life is perfect. That also includes your love life. And then when you go back to affirm for that specific area of your life, you won't feel the resistance as much. Blanket affirmations are also good for people who have a lot of affirmations and don't want to say a lot of affirmations. Like, oh, I want to manifest money, health, good grades, and I have like 20 affirmations for each subject. I don't want to say 60 affirmations. Just, all right, all areas of my life are good. My life is perfect. Everything I've ever wanted has manifested perfectly. I'm doing good in all areas of my life. Like that, it's so simple. That is basically it. Those are Askfirmations, Robotic, and Blanket affirmations. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was easy for you guys to understand and grasp. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, wide, or expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.